All right, good morning, folks. We are here at the World Arena Ice Hall, same as yesterday's game, but we're over in the Olympic rink. A little more skating for the boys today, and a lot more open ice. This game should probably be pretty quick, just because of the extra open ice. There are a couple of injuries that the Tahoe team is dealing with this afternoon or this morning. First is number 9 is out. Number 22, Waterhouse, is out. And number 27, Hallgren, is out. They have added number 4, Kilgore, to the roster for this particular game. And as far as I know, all the other players are still here. My apologies. Um, as far as I know, there are no scratches for the Tigers team. They're all somewhat healthy. And warm-ups are they just added some more time. It was down to about 30 seconds when I started talking. Now it's up around the 2-minute mark, so I guess they needed a little more time. So we'll be back shortly with the start of the game. All right, warm-ups are completed. 17 minutes on the clock. Players are picking up the pucks right now. And we should be ready for puck drop here in just a minute. Looks like the referees are running a 3-man system today instead of the 4-man they ran yesterday. All right, I'm a little off center ice where I like to be, from where I like to be, just because of the way this rink is set up. There's a big pillar right at center ice, so I'm not able to get there. There's no stands or anything. Um, but we will do the best that we can. So well, I'm not going to say that. That would be kind of jinxing the game, so I'll be quiet now. This was a pretty good game yesterday. Both teams played pretty hard. Tigers came out ahead in yesterday's game, as some of you know, because you were able to watch it. You got Turner taking the draw against Morgan Tahoe, and Tigers win that one. Cedar gets it, throws it up and into the zone. Picked up by Tahoe down low. Not cleanly, but finally picked up again off of one of the Tigers' sticks. Turner picks it up, centers it, tries to get it to Quinn. Shot wide of the net. Chipped up and into the Tigers zone. Cross ice pass. Cedar gets it up to Turner, who just backhands it in. Picked up by number 11, Papetti, and he tried to get it up the boards, was not successful. We got a penalty already in this game. And it looks like number 17, McCullough, is going to the box for the Tigers. Oh, and I was wrong. We are running a four-man system. The other official made it out onto the ice. Tigers on a penalty kill. Puck drop, rimmed up the boards, and all the way out. Race for it. It goes to the goalie. Number 83, Zabo, is in net for Tahoe today. Brought up number 20 with it. He crosses over the blue line. Leaves it for 66. Henderson. Shot on, save, and in net today for the Tigers. We actually have number 1, that's Max Horvath. Carr doing us a pretty good job yesterday during the game. Face off down in the Tiger zone, just to the left of Horvath. Hubbard taking the draw up against number 59, George. Tahoe controlling it, tried to center it, nobody there. Picked up by the Tigers and thrown towards the net, goes just wide. Tahoe picks it up down below their own goal line, chipped up the boards, and into the Tigers zone. Number 20, Marco, controlling it, tries to center that up to 13, Morgan. No connection there. Bounced off the boards, not out, and chipped back in. Morgan right there, tries to slip it past Horvath. It squeezed right between his legs, but not in. No goal on that one. Horvath got lucky on that. Managed to keep that one out. I'm not sure if that was due to something he did or just pure luck there. But that one just eaten through Horvath's legs. Face off in the far side. Face off taken by Morgan for Tahoe, going up against number 18, Agnew, for the Tigers. Morgan wins that one, chipped in by Owens. Back up the boards, past Morgan. Walk the line, shot on. Tigers prevent that from going anywhere. It goes all the way down, and no, they're calling no icing on that one. Leaford's got thrown down by number 9. Or sorry, number 6, Wilson. Battled down in the far side corner. Rimmed around to Wilson on the near side, and he's not able to get to it. He runs over Leaford again. Chipped in by number 17, McCullough. Up the boards to the far side, and picked off by the Tigers. McCullough gets it over to Cedar. Cedar with the shot, and Tahoe gets it out of the zone. Picked up by Krantz over to Cedar. Cedar gets it up to Turner, but Turner's not able to handle that one. Turner manages to keep it in. Puck over on the far side. Spin pass that doesn't go to anybody. It goes all the way back down. Horvath stops that right before the goal line. Definitely no icing on that one. Krantz takes it around behind the net. Dodges a hit. Chipped up. McCullough carries it in. Got three players on him. Shot that is redirected. Tigers managed to keep it in. Picked up by 20, Marco. He tries to carry it up. Bumped by a couple different Tigers players. 84. Geik, I think it is. Oh, shot by the Tigers. It just goes wide. Left down low. Rolled up the other side. Marco pinches off one of the Tigers players and is trying to get control of the puck. A little 3-on-2 down to that far side, right on the other side of the stanchion. Tatum with the shot just wide of the net. Picked up by Marco. He gets taken down. He's no call there. Bernie with a shot on and a save by Zabo as he sucks that into his gut, and we get a stoppage of play. Number 4, Kilgore, going to the box. Looks like we got a penalty on Tahoe. So face off just to the right of Zabo. Turner picks that one up, walks the line, shot goes wide of the net. Back up to Turner, over to McCormick, down to McElhaney. Bittner with a bad pass and a shot in the goal by number 13, Morgan. Picked off Bittner's pass and put it in the back of the net. Right past Horvath. That puts Tahoe on the board first in this game. And that is a short-handed goal by number 13, Morgan. Carried up by Eddie. He brings it into the Tigers zone. All the way down low. Pulla there, as he gets bumped, picked up by Kearney, brought up to Leafers. Leafers back to McKerney. They're not able to connect on that pass. Back to Cedar. Shot just wide by number 18, Agnew. Back to Cedar. Cedar leaves it down for 26, Kearney, over to the far side. Over to Cedar. Over to Agnew. Down to Kearney. Kearney with the backhand shot that Zabo snags out of the air. And we get a stoppage of play. And face-off. Looks like just to the right of Zabo. Face-off taken by Bittner. Back to Turner. Turner leaves the puck for McCormick. McCormick down to Quinn. Bittner now controlling it. Back to McCormick. Over to McElhaney, and a shot on and a save by Zabo. He snags that out of the air. Give him the good old nod. Yep, I got that one. Tahoe doing a really good job of weathering this penalty. Also includes a shorthanded goal. McNish taking the draw for the Tigers. Can't see who the Tahoe player is. Tigers win that one. Freeling gets it over the Cedar. He whiffs on a pass. Shot towards the net. Just goes wide. Cedar picks it up down below the goal line. Up to McNish. Agnew. He crosses over the red line and chips that one in. Freeling gets it down low. Agnew picks it up. Quick change of direction, but he loses it. Picked up by Tahoe. Rimmed around to the far side. Centering pass. Tahoe picks it up. Number 20, Marco. He's controlling that. Has a little bit of time. Crosses over. And shot on Horvath. Horvath redirects that one to the far side. Tigers control that temporarily. Tahoe coming out with a little bit of fire today. Agnew gets it. Leaves it for McNish. He goes flying into the Tahoe zone. Centered to Freeling. He's not able to control that right out of the gate. Tahoe just flips it up and out. It's not going to go for an icing as Tigers pick it up. Backhanded back into the Tigers zone. Levi France picks it up, gets it over to Leafers. Leafers brings it up the board. Bittner has it now, chips it in, picks up his own pass down below the net, and does a little pass right in front. Leafers with it. Shot right through Bittner, but the goalie got a pad on that. France gets it, throws it up, and that bounces into the Tahoe bench. And so we get another stoppage of play. At the 8:08 mark of the first period, current score 1-0. Tahoe Prep being up in this game. Face off at center ice. Taken by Kearney and number 59, George. Tigers win that one. Tatum gets it, throws that into the Tahoe zone, rims around to the far side. Backhanded up, but Tigers get a hold of it, not cleanly though. Comes up to the point, shot on, and a save by Zabo as he sucks that into his net. Loads the play down. Face off just to the left of Zabo in the Tahoe zone. Bernie taking the draw. Now I believe he gets George again. Gets control of it temporarily in their own zone and failed to connect on a pass. Tigers get it back, and Tahoe now gets it back. Over to the far side, Tigers get it back again. Up the boards, and out of the zone. Tigers now controlling it. Long pass up to Hein, and back to get it, but Tahoe comes away with it down below their own goal line. Thrown up and out. McCormack with it, and he gets hauled down. No call there. And thrown all the way down, no icing, as Horvath came out and touched the puck before it crossed over. Tigers number 17 comes up to the near side. Peter got spun around, lost it, picked it back up and chipped it out, and finally chipped into the Tigers bench. And we get another stoppage with the face-off in the neutral zone. Right in front of the Tigers bench. Or center ice. Going to center ice. Which would make sense. Turner taking the draw. Gets number 13 Morgan. Morgan wins that one. Picked up by Tahoe. Brought in by number 8 Eddie. And he lost it. Backhanded further in. Picked up again by 8. Shot on Max. And puck is bouncing around. Finally chipped up and out by Tigers. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Didn't want to sneeze in everybody's ear. Face off in the Tigers zone. Tigers win that one. Down into Tahoe zone. Leapers gets it, throws it all the way, and that's going to be an icing call, as he did not attain the red line, nor did his stick go through the plane of the red line. So face off down in the Tigers zone. Tigers come away with that. Krantz with it, takes it around behind the net. Brought up the far side, picked off by Tahoe. Krantz again with it. Chipped up, and Tahoe picks it up in their own zone. Chipped up the near side boards. Really tried to tip it in, and that's blocked back down into the Tiger zone. Tahoe controlling it in their own zone now. Quick pass up to the near side. Chipped in by number 6, Wilson. Tahoe controls it in their own zone, throws it all the way down. That was done by number 15, Stamp. As he goes for a change, Tahoe ends up with an icing, and so face off just to the left of Zabo down in the Tahoe zone. Zabo hasn't seen a lot of shots the last part of his period so far. Tigers actually struggling getting it in. Haverhill kicked out of the face-off circle. A shot on and a save I think I hit the post on McElhaney. Brought up by Morgan. Morgan, a shot on Horvath, and he redirects from the far side. McCormick picks it up. Gets it up to McElhaney. He's not able to handle it. It squirts past him. Picked up down in the Tahoe zone. Chip down. Number 11, Petty picks it up. Leaves it on the near side. Goes off of Marco's glove. So no icing there. Chipped up and out and thrown back in by number 59, George. Over to the near side, McCormick picks it up for the Tigers, carries it up the boards. McElhaney leaves it for Kearney. But number 66, Pedersen, gets to it first. Cedar with a shot, saved by Zabo. Tigers controlling it now. And chipped up and out. Cedar back to pick it up. He throws it in. Back into the Tahoe zone. Picked up by 84. Geik. Cedar picks it off at the blue line. Skates to center ice. Shot redirected right in front. Doesn't go on net. Shot and a save by Zabo. Number 66 lost the stick for Tahoe. He's battling in front with no stick. Back up to 4 to Hammerquist. And finally Zabo covers it up, and we get a stoppage of play. And the face-off in the Tahoe zone, that allows number 66, Pedersen, to get his stick. And it looks like it cratered right there on the ice, so he couldn't pick it back up and play with it. That would be against the rules. 2:52 left in the first period. We're score 1-0. Turner taking the draw. Cannot tell who he's going up against. Turner kicked out. In comes McCullough. And won by the Tigers. Reapers chips it down deep to the half wall. And Tigers cycling pretty well. Able to keep it in. Turner lost a handle on it right at the blue line, picked up by Krantz, who throws it in, and he throws it right past the Tahoe bench and into the wall. So we'll get a face-off at center ice. Turner going against Morgan. Kola replaces Turner. Morgan wins that one. Tahoe controlling it. Bounced off the near side boards. Turner picks that up. Skates in. Shot. And redirected wide. Turner another shot. Up over Zabo. He's not able to get a glove on it. Tatum throws the net. Zabo easily stops that one and leaves it for one of his players. And the puck bounced up off of one of the Tigers players and hit Carr on the bench. So we get a stoppage of play and a face-off at center ice. Chipped up by McNish. He goes to get it. Tries to cut hard to the net. Chipped up and out by Tahoe. Cedar picks it back up. Leaves it for McNish. McNish carries it in. Shot and the save by Zabo. Chipped up the boards and out, and that's going to go for an icing call on Tahoe as it goes all the way down to the Tigers' end of the ice. Face off just to the right of Zabo. Face off by Bittner. I believe George going against him. Battle down low. Bittner picks up the puck, takes it around behind the net, quick stop, and tries to center that one. Cedar gets it, throws it towards the net, that's blocked, and bounces back out to Cedar. He grabs it out of the air and throws it down. Back to Cedar. Cedar with a quick change of direction, gets it to Haberl, and he throws it back in. Finally, Tahoe gets it, throws it on Horvath, but it goes just wide, so we end up with an icing call and a face-off down in the Tahoe zone, just to the left of Zabo. Won by the Tigers. Leapers back to get it. Throws it down the boards. Tahoe up the boards and bounces around but not out. Finally chipped up and out of the zone. And we get an offsides call as Quinn chips that back in the zone. Face off in the neutral zone, right in front of the Tahoe bench. Turner taking the draw against Jorgen. Turner wins that one, gets it over to Leapers. Leapers walks into the zone, leaves it for McCullough, who gets a shot on, but that's a good save by Zabo. Shot and a save by McCullough. And Tigers controlled most of the play. They struggled a little bit getting shots on Zabo, as Tahoe did a pretty good job of blocking those shots. We're going to be back very shortly for the start of the second period. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and mute, but leave the video go. We'll be back. score. 25th play. Tigers win that face-off. Back to Krantz. Up to Leafers. He tucks that into the Tahoe zone. Number 8, Eddie picks it up on back behind the net. Battle on the near side. Tahoe's trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. Eddie chips it out, picked up by Leafers and thrown right back in. And he did it without crossing the red line, and therefore goes on an icing all the way back down into the Tiger zone. Face off just to the left of Horvath. Won by the Tigers. Leafers picks it up, carries it around behind the net, chips it up. McCullough there. Back behind the goal line, up to 15, Stamp. Stamp throws it cross ice to Eddie. Yep, Wilson, sorry, not Eddie. Puck down in the Tigers zone. Pops out. I'm not sure what the call was. We get a slashing penalty. And number 13 for Tahoe going to the box. That's Morgan. He's going to go to the sin bin for 2 minutes for a slash. That puts the Tigers on a power play and Tahoe on the penalty kill. Last time they had a penalty, though, they got a shorthanded goal. Broke the goose eggs in this game, so let's see what they can do this time. George going against Bittner. Turner with it. Shot on, saved by Zabo. Picked up by the Tigers. McCormick chips it up to, so who that is. Tahoe gets it, throws it all the way down, and that's going to go for an icing, and it does. 15:40 in the second period. Also a reminder, halfway through the second period, right around the 8:30 mark, we're going to be doing a ice resurfacing. So we'll take a quick break while that happens. Again, right around the 8:30 mark. I'll be sure and let you know, but just be aware of it. Tigers controlling it in the Tahoe zone. Turn it to McCormick. McCormick with a shot and a save by Zabo as he grabs that one out of the air. George wins that one, but Tigers get to it first. McCormick throws it down the boards to McElhaney, back to McCormick. McQuinn, back up to McCormick, up top now. He leaves it for Bittner. Bittner controlling it. Shot way wide of the net and way high. Picked up on the other side by McElhaney. Over to McCormick, down to Tieferteller. Over to McElhaney. Back to McCormick. McCormick tries to get a shot off. That's blocked. Down to Quinn. Back up to McCormick. Cross ice to number 8, McElhaney. And he gets a solid one-timer on it, but Zabo right there has no problem tracking that one in. No screen in front. 43 seconds left on the Tahoe penalty. Tigers moving the puck around really well. Number 17, McCullough taking the draw, and I can't tell who the Tahoe player is. That was number 6, Wilson. And a shot on, saved by Zabo, and another quick stoppage with the face-off just to the right of Zabo. Back to the point, Leafers with it. Gets it over to 26, Kearney. Shot on, squeaks right underneath Zabo, but goes wide of the net. picked up by McCullough, down behind the net to Kearney. Up top to Cedar, over to Leafers. Leafers controlling it down low. Gets it to Agnew. Agnew backhands it to Kearney, back to Agnew. Agnew tries to center it, but nobody there to pick it off. And a shot by Cedar that goes up over the net. Leafers with it. Shot towards the net, ends up going wide. Tahoe back at full strength as Morgan comes out of the box. Tigers still controlling it down in the Tahoe zone. Shot was blocked. Morgan to get it on the far side. He's beaten there by Cedar. Cedar chips it off the boards and goes out of the rink as it hits the backdrop netting. Refs having to get another puck. Face off out of the zone, picked up by the Tigers. McCormick throws that into the near side, stopped by Zabo behind the net. Bittner with the good move, and chipped out by number 20, Marco, and then chipped right back in by the Tigers. 84, Geit picks it up and gives it over. Finally, Tahoe gets it out. McCormick back to pick that up. Brought up the near side boards. Bittner with tried to pass it to Burl, not able to get to it, but no icing there. Bittner controlling it down low and loses it to number 84, Geit. Battle right on the near side boards. Morgan picks it up. Or sorry, that was Marco. Thrown in by number 16. I think that was number 16. He's got his jersey tucked in, hard to see. Tigers get it into the Tahoe zone. Oh, that was number 18. That's Owens. Tigers trying to do something with it. Picked up and thrown all the way down by the Tigers. Horvath comes out of the net. They wave off that icing. Leafers picks it up. Agnew tries to do a little backhand pass. Picked up by Krantz down below the goal line. Backhands it up the boards. And Chung not able to get it out. Or he's not able to. I think he took it back in temporarily, but I don't think the refs know who actually did that one. It was bouncing around quite a bit. So they called an offsides call. Perfectly fine. George taking the draw for Tahoe. He wins that one. Eddie with it. Eddie takes it into the zone. Nice little centering pass. Controlling it still. Puck's right there. Leaves it for number 11. 11 chips it down. And there was a whistle. Not sure what. I thought Petty managed to keep that one in the zone. Might have been net off. And it was. The refs attempt to fix that. Face off to the left of Horvath down in the zone. Good eye by the refs there to notice that the net was off. Cedar chips it over to one of the Tigers players. He blew a tire, picked up by 66. He just gets it and lobs it way out of the ring, up over the glass and out. So I believe that was Pedersen that lobbed that out. George taking the draw for Tahoe against Turner. And George is kicked out. Number 6, Wilson takes his spot. Won by the Tigers. Chipped up by McCormack into the Tahoe zone. Over to McCormick. Up the boards to Teeper. Turner with a shot and a goal! Turner putting the Tigers on the board after a flurry of really good saves by Zabo. The Tigers finally solved him and managed to put one past him. We are now tied at 1 with a shorthanded goal by Tahoe and a goal now by Turner. Good pass. I didn't see who passed that to him, if it was Teeper or number 17, McCullough. Turner definitely with the goal, chipped in by Cedar. Cedar rims it around. Teeper controlling it down low. Tries to center that one. It goes past the Tahoe player. Finally blocked on the second attempt. Number 13, Morgan, chips it up. Not able to hit number 20, Marco, and that goes all the way for an icing. Back down into the Tahoe zone. Tigers win that one. And I did not see him put that one in. That was number 11, McNish. Buries a backhand right past Zabo. 2 quick goals by the Tigers to give them the lead in this game. With the McNish burying one. Face off back at center ice. 10:25 left in the second period. We've got about around 2 minutes until we do the ice resurfacing. Looks like there's a discussion with the coach for the Tahoe team. All right, that's over with. McNish taking the draw against George. Tigers win that one. Chipped in. And open door as Tatum actually went through the open door. Tahoe bringing it up. That was Eddie, I believe, number 8. Yep. Tatum gets it over to his counterpart. Back to Tatum. Looks like Tahoe's going to the box. Tiger player went down. They didn't see who it was. Refs are having a little bit of a discussion there. Looked like it was Agnew that went down. Went down a little hard. Agnew being led back to the bench by Grilling. So Tahoe going to the box. And it looks like it's going to be a 2 and a 10. Which means he has to serve 12, but his team gets back to full strength after the 2 minutes. So we got a misconduct penalty that'll end right before the end of the second period. Tahoe on a penalty kill, chipped up and out by number 13, Morgan. He races to get it, but Tigers get to it first. Turner there is able to pick it up. Bittner now with it. He slams on the brakes. Resets a little bit. Turner controlling it. Gets around the Tahoe player. He blows a tire. Bittner gets it over to number 8, McElhaney, and a shot that's saved by Zabo. Thrown all the way down, and that goes for icing as Horvath goes puck down for the linesman. 1:26 left in the Tahoe penalty. Looks like George is taking the draw against Bittner. Okay, right around that. Tigers come away with it though. Turner gets it over to McCormick. McCormick walks down the boards to number 8, McElhaney. Back to Turner, McElhaney, McCormick, back to Turner. Shot on, goes wide of the net, picked up on the near side by Kieferteller. Bittner with the puck, quick change of direction, gets it back up top to Turner. Turner over to McElhaney, or McCormick, sorry. McCormick with a shot that went wide, squirts out of the zone. Turner now with it, tried to make a pass, and that's blocked by number 18, Owens. Owens tried to get a shot off, not a clean one. Pedersen stopped it, and McElhaney tried to get a shot off, but that was blocked by Pedersen. McElhaney runs over Pedersen. I think that was Pedersen. Okay, we're at the 8:11 mark. We're going to take a break. That was number 84, Geit, that got run over by McElhaney. But we'll be back for the start of the second half of the second period. 22 seconds left on the penalty. Tigers up 2-1 so far in this game. But we will be back shortly. All right, folks, getting ready for the start of the second half of the second period. It looks like at the end of the period, or right before we did the ice resurfacing, the Tigers ended up taking a penalty. I suspect it might have been, I think it was McCullough running over one of the Tahoe players and just absolutely destroying him behind the net. That's what I suspect, but there's an additional 2 minutes on the board for the Tigers. So we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey for about 22 seconds. And then Tahoe will go on a abbreviated but still in lengthy power play for about 1 minute 38 seconds. So 8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the second period. There's 4 people to go. And here, both teams are pounding on the board, trying to get everybody jazzed up. First game so far. Morgan kicked out of the faceoff, taken by number 20, Marco. Tigers win that one. Again, some 4-on-4 hockey. Cedar comes up, and Turner trips over one of the Tahoe players, but Tigers still get it into the zone. Chipped up by Tifa Teller into the Tahoe zone. Number 8, Eddie picks it up, leaves it for number 20, and get an offside call as 20 did a little move at the blue line, something the coaches tell you not to do. By the way, Tahoe is at full strength, so they now have a power play over the Tigers. Face off in the neutral zone. George taking the draw, he wins that one. Shot on and a save by Horvath. Easy one. You saw that all the way. That shot was by Morgan. She picked it up right off the face-off and took it in. And quick shot on Horvath. 1:18 left in the Tigers' penalty. Face-off in the Tigers' zone. And Tigers win that one. Krantz picks it up, throws it, tries to throw it off the glass, ends up going into the backdrop netting. So we get another stoppage of play really quick. Face off down and still in the Tiger zone, just to the right of Horvath. Turner taking the draw against George. George kicked out, and Tahoe wins that one. Kiefer Keller picks it up, takes it out of the zone, and throws it into the Tahoe zone. But again, that was Leafers that did that. It's the third time he's failed to get the red line and just thrown it all the way down. So we get an icing call, and it goes down into the Tiger zone, just to the left of Horvath this time. George taking the draw against number 8, against Freeling. Tahoe with a shot, blocked up front. Another shot that's blocked, and another shot that went off the post, I believe. Controlling it down below the goal line, up to Morgan. Morgan drops it down low. McCormick comes away with it. Gets around the Tahoe player, a little 2-on-1 from Haberl to McCormick. Not able to connect on that one. Tahoe comes back the other way. Still in a power play. George just flips that one in. Right on Horvath, and Horvath eventually covers it up. He was looking for somebody to take it, but nobody would. So he just gloves it and gets a stop at the play. 20 seconds left on the Tigers' penalty. Face off to the left of Horvath. Chipped up by Haberl and all the way down. No icing there. He comes up with it, and finally Tahoe gets it and picks it up in their own zone. Number 20, Marco, carrying it up. He's hounded by Bittner. Gets stood up a little bit by Leafers. And Pedersen with a shot that's blocked. Another shot that's blocked by Pedersen. Stolen by Bittner. Bittner carrying it in. Shot on and a save. Nope, that was a block. And Zabo, Bittner got a second shot. Zabo snagged that out of the air. Shrugged it off his shoulder right into his glove. And we're going to stop it to play. 5:52 left in the second period. Bittner taking the draw. Rims around and out of the zone. Cedar with it. Chips it up off of McElhaney. Picked up by Tahoe. Number 4, Kilgore throws it down, but played by Horvath, so no icing there. No call on that hit on Haverhill as he goes down. Cedar now with it. Leaves it to Bittner. Bittner up to Haverhill. They fail to connect on that. Haverhill wins the race. And he gets thrown down again. Shot on, saved by Zabo, redirected into the far corner, whacked at by the Tahoe player. Goes all the way down for an icing. And so we have a face-off back down in the Tahoe zone. Bernie going against George. His face-off. George kicked out. Marco taking the draw. He wins that one. Two on one. The Tigers do a really good job of getting back there. Shot towards the net. Picked off by Kearney. Kearney comes flying up through the zone. Tries to get it over to Agnew. Not able to connect on that pass. Tahoe comes away with it, but then promptly loses it. Picked up by Kearney. Kearney backhands it behind the net. Picked up by Eddie. Eddie tried to carry it up, had it taken from him. George now with it. George leaves it for, well, nobody. It runs around to the near side. Stamp not able to get to it first. Tigers still controlling it in the Tahoe zone. Eddie picks it up, takes it around behind the net. Hine with it. Gets it to Krantz. Krantz with the shot and a save by Zabo. Sorry, the camera was a little off there. Zabo saw that all the way. No screen that he had to look through for that one. Turner now taking the draw. I think he's going against George. Tahoe wins that one. Nope, that was Morgan he went up against. Taken around behind the Tigers zone, or Tigers net by Tatum. Back down in the Tigers zone. McCormick picks that one up. Takes it around behind the net, rimmed around. And picked off, bounces up. Turner picks that out of the air. Shot in a nice pass by Turner to McCormick, and a shot by McCormick, but he didn't get enough on it. Turner throws it towards the net, goes off of one of the Tahoe players. Picked up down low by Pedersen. Backhanded back, but not far enough to matter. Kiefer Teller picks it up, gets it back to McCormick. McCormick, a shot shrugged off by Zabo. Second shot by Kiefer Teller. Turner now with it, gets it up to Cedar, up at the point. Cross ice to number 17, McCullough. McCullough with it, gets it to Turner, leaves it for Cedar on a little backhand pass to the near side half wall. Thrown towards the net by Cedar and shoved off by Zabo. Cedar tried to get that to keep it in the zone, not able to do so, and brought in offsides by Tahoe's number 18, Owens. We get a face-off in the neutral zone, 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second period. Tigers controlling this in Tahoe zone for most of this period so far, and able to put 2 on the board past Zabo. McNish picks up the puck, takes it wide, and carries it into the zone, and we get an offsides call as McNish is not able to put the puck in before his teammate. McNish blabbing away. Face off in the neutral zone just in front of the Tigers bench. George going against number 11, McNish. McNish booted. Agnew keeps his place. Tigers win that and throw it in. Give it right over to Tahoe's number 84. Tahoe comes flying out of the zone. Carries it into the Tiger zone. Picked up by Krantz. Krantz now with it. Chips it up to McNish. Freeling in the zone with it. Rims it around behind the net. Anderson chips it up the boards. Not out. Leapers with a good shot. Couldn't tell if that was blocked up front or not. Eddie picks it up. Carries it out of the Tahoe zone. Tries to get it up to number 20, Marco, and they're not able to connect on the pass. He did that on his own side of the red line, so that goes for an icing call. So the puck will come all the way back down into the Tahoe zone. 1 minute, 42 seconds left in the second period. Really close game, a little bit, definitely closer than it was yesterday. McElhaney with the shot that's blocked. Over to McCormick. McCormick with a shot that's redirected wide. Picked up down low by number 8, McElhaney. Shot on and a save by Zabo. Back up to McElhaney. Tries to chip it up to McCormick. Tatum. McElhaney carries it deeper into the zone. Picked up by Bittner. Bittner leaves it for McCormick. McCormick a shot and a save by Zabo. McCormick rubbing out number 18, Marco, or Owens, and managing to get the puck back. McCormick up to McElhaney, leaves it again for McCormick. Shot on by McCormick off of Zabo's mask. And Owens just throws that all the way down, and that goes for an icing. And a face-off back in the Tahoe zone with 39.7 seconds left in the second period. Tahoe comes away with that puck. Chipped up by number 20, Marco. And looks like 20's going to the box. He hit one of the Tigers players. Marco going to the sin bin. Face off down in the Tahoe zone. I'm not sure what exactly they're gonna call for him. Looks like it's gonna be 2 and a 10. Two to 10, and face off down in the Tahoe zone. Tigers pick it up down below the goal line, pass it up to the point to McCormick. McCormick walks the line, leaves it for Turner. Turner in, and a shot that goes wide. McCormick picks it up on the near side, leaves it down for Keeper Taylor, and he loses the handle on it. McCormick not able to keep it in. He dove for that one. Good attempt by him. 0.5 seconds left in the period. 1 minute 32 left in the Tahoe penalty. Face off outside the zone. And that does it for the second period. Tahoe still on the penalty. We'll be back shortly after the intermission. All right, get ready for the start of the third and final period of this game. 17 minutes on the clock, minute 31 on the Tahoe penalty. And Tigers win that one. Bittner with it. Leaves it for McElhaney. Carries it into the zone. Leaves it again for Bittner. He backhands it around behind the net to Keeper Taylor. He loses the handle on it. Bittner now with it. He lost it. And Tahoe gets it temporarily. McElhaney with the shot. Puck's bouncing around. Nobody able to get a clean shot. Bittner still with it. Up to McCormick. Back to Bittner. And Turner right there. He picked that pass off. I believe that was going to McCormick. Turner now with it. Back up to McCormick. Over to McElhaney. That was then over to McCormick. Turner having to race back to get it in his own zone. And Turner threw it all the way, trying to hit McElhaney, and not even close to connecting on that. So it'll come all the way back down into the Tigers zone for the faceoff. McCullough taking the draw. I believe that's against George. And George wins that one. Puck controlled by the Tigers. 16 seconds left on the Tahoe penalty. McNish with it. Chip it back up to Leafers. Leafers throws it towards the net, redirected by Zavo into the near side corner. Picked up by Kearney. Left for McNish. Shot on by Cedar, and Zavo snags that out of the air, so we get a quick stoppage of play. Tahoe back at full strength now it's now 15-19 left in the third period. Face off just to the right of Zabo. Tahoe wins that one. Pedersen takes it around behind the net, throws it off the boards all the way down, and that's going to go for an icing, and it does. 15:09 left in the third period. Face off now to the left of Zabo. Tigers control that one. Tatum now with it. He manages to keep that one in after losing the handle. Chipped up and out. Tatum picks it up. He throws it off the glass and it hits a stanchion and does a weird bounce to center ice. Number 6, Wilson carries it in. He's hounded by, I can't tell who that is, by Haberl. And France now with it, takes it around behind the net for the Tigers, bounce off the boards to McLean, who just chips it up. He hits Bittner, but he hits his feet. Bittner wasn't able to control it. France back to pick it up. And battle right in the far side boards, right at the Zambros. Chipped up, Haberl picks it up. Cedar not able to keep it in. Spins away. Picked up by Eddie. Eddie carries it in and had it knocked away from him. McNish now with it. Bounces it off the boards to Freeling. Freeling just chips it in. And they look to chase down. Agnew picks it up first. Backhand to Freeling. Centering pass. Not able to hit any of the Tigers players, so it comes all the way down. No icing on that one. Number 4, Hammerquist picks it up. Gets it up to 18. Agnew, I believe, and he chips it in. Centering pass to McNish. Not able to bury that one. Finally thrown down by Tahoe, and we get an icing call at the 13-14 mark of the third period. Face off just to the left of Zabo. He in the Tahoe zone. Both teams have full strength now, playing some 5-on-5 hockey. Kearney taking a draw and loses that one. Oops, sorry, wrong camera. Shot on, and Tahoe manages to clear it, but it's not going to go far enough for an icing. Picked up by McCormick. He carries it into the zone. Tries to get around number 66, Pedersen. Ein chips it down deep. Whacked at by, I think, Pedersen, and it goes all the way around. Tough bounce around, picked up by Kearney. Kearney now controlling it back to the point, up to McCormick. McCormick over to Tatum. Tatum with the shot and blocked up front. Tigers still controlling it in the Tahoe zone. Back up to the point. McCormick now with it. Shot blocked up front. Tahoe just gets it and throws it all the way down, so we get another icing call on Tahoe. And a face-off probably to the left of Zabo. Clock is still running, finally stops. Ticked off a little bit of time there after that stoppage of play. Current score 2-1. Much closer game than yesterday, that's for sure. Tahoe chips it up off the boards and out. Picked up by France in the Tiger zone. Gets it up to Keeper Teller. Keeper Teller carries it in. Shot goes off the back of the net. Picks it back up. Out of zone. France picks it up over to Leafers. Leafers gets it. Carries it in and leaves it for 17 McCullough. McCullough comes around behind the net, gets it to France. France walks to the center and shoots. Shot off the post by Turner. McCullough controlled that temporarily and then picked up by Tahoe and hit off the glass and out. Leapers brings it up. Eddie with it. Zone and chipped all the way up and out by Turner on a backhand, and that goes for an icing. 11:39 left in the third period. Face off just to the right of Horvath. Bittner taking the draw, going against George. Kilgore on the right. I think Stamp is on the left for Tahoe. Tahoe wins that, but it goes out into the neutral zone. Chipped up, and Bittner picks that one up. Backhands it, not in. Bittner grabs it again, carries it into the zone. Nice little move by Bittner. Shot in the block. McElhaney tries to get around Stamp. Not able to do much with it. McElhaney backhands it again over the near side. Bounced off the boards and into the Tiger zone. Tatum picks that one up. Takes it around behind the net. Doesn't manage to get it in right away. Tahoe picks it back up and throws it all the way down and goes for an icing. 10:51 left in the third period. Nish taking the draw against George. George kicked out of the face-off, and Wilson goes in to take this spot. Won by Tahoe. And we get a quick whistle. Cross-check being called on Wilson, I believe, as he goes to the sin bin right off that face-off. Two minutes on the clock against Tahoe. Face-off down in the Tahoe zone. That puts the Tigers on a power play. Clock's sitting there, nothing's going on right now. Finally get it squared away. Refs didn't wait for that one. One-timer by McElhaney Goes wide of the net. Picked up by McCormack. Leaves it for McElhaney. Back down to McCormack. McCormack walks to the center looking for the pass. That's blocked. Back up off the boards to McElhaney. Over to Turner. Down to McCormack. And we got another penalty being called. And a cross check. And Bittner going to the box for a cross check. So that's going to put a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey on the board for a little bit. And in a minute 18, Tahoe go on an abbreviated power play. Face off against Turner and George. Turner wins that one, taken around behind the Tigers' net up to Turner. Turner carries it into the zone. And looks like we had a ref go down. I didn't see what happened there. I just saw him laying on the ice after the refs blew the whistle. Turner wins that one. Keeps it down low. Tigers controlling it. Over to the far corner. Chipped up. Cedar just throws it back down. Brought into the zone by Eddie. Stolen by the Tigers. Turner now with it. Cedar with a shot up over, or hit Zabel, went up into the backdrop netting at the 9:13 mark of the third period. 26 seconds left in the Tahoe penalty. 1:08 left in the Tigers penalty. 26 seconds. Tahoe's, like I said, it's going to go on an abbreviated power play. McNish taking the draw, wins that one. Tigers managed to get a shot on Zabo. McNish comes away with it, tries to hit Freeling. France to Freeling. Freeling takes it down below the goal line, picked up by McNish. Back to McCormack up at the point. McCormack walks the line. Shot. Zabo with a nice save. Backhand by Freeling. Zabo with another save. McNish with it. Tries to get it back to McCormack. McCormack not able to keep it in. He has to go out of the zone and reset. Tahoe is at full strength. So technically they're on a power play even though the Tigers are controlling it. Back up the boards is Pedersen. Pedersen carries it in, had it taken from him. France gets it, backhands it up the boards and out. Tigers throw it up and out. And we had way too many players on. Tahoe got away with one there. Chipped up in by Eddie. That was blocked, so it went way high, but didn't go anywhere near the net. Ringed around by the Tigers. Dyke not able to keep it in. Back for Wilson. Tigers with a backhanded shot. Bittner with it. Gets it out. Cedar not able to control it at the blue line. He steps on a stick and falls, but he throws it back in off sides. Cedar looking for a call there, not going to get it. 7:26 left in the third period. Face off at center ice. Turner going against Morgan. Turner wins that one. Chipped up. Tahoe picks it off the wall. Turner going to get it in the near side corner. Picks it up and throws it back down, but he goes down, blows the tire. 6. Wilson throws it around to the far side, chipped up to number 20. Marco trying to do something with it, not able to do so. Tahoe now picks it up. Wilson throws that in to the near side boards, picked up on McCormick down low. Rimmed around to the far side. Keeper Keller carries it in, gets around a couple of the Tahoe players, and ends up losing it. Kind of hard to see what's going on down in the corner. Up the boards, picked up by Kearney. Kearney over to Krantz. Krantz tries to get it to McCullough, but it bounces out to Cedar. Cedar cuts to the net, chips it up off the back of the net. Back up to the point. Krantz with it, gets it over to Kearney. Kearney with a shot. Zabo with a great save. Saw that all the way. Battled down low. Picked up by McCullough. McCullough with a shot and a save by Zabo. Stuffs McCullough on that one. 5:39 left in the third period. Zabo doing a really good job with all the shots he's seen. He's tracking that puck really well. Tigers really aren't getting a lot of screen shots. A lot of their shots are coming down the slot, but there's nobody in front screening. So Zabo's not having to do a lot of work trying to get around those players. Wilson now with it. Carries it up to Kilgore. Sorry, that was Eddie to Kilgore. And now McCormick carries it in to the center. Shot that's blocked. Tatum now with it up at the point. He walks the line, manages to keep it in. A little backhand. Puck bouncing around right in front of Zabo. Shot dinged off the post. Back up to Tatum. Tatum back down to 21. That is Chung. Kearney with it. Throws it towards the center of the net. Finally whacked at by Tahoe and thrown all the way down. No ice in there. McCormick with it. Leaves it for Tatum. Tatum carries it up. Crosses over the red line and throws it in. Picked up down low for Tahoe. And we get an offsides call as the puck bounced out of the zone. Face-off in the neutral zone right in front of the Tahoe bench. 4:19 left in the third period. No change in the score in this last half of the game so far. McNish taking the draw against, I believe, George. Pedersen picks it up, bounces it off the board, and all the way down. No icing there. We're going to wave that one off. France up to Haverl. And Zabo has it somewhere underneath him, or stuck in his gear. Looks like it might be in his glove. Good save by Zabo. I don't think he knew where that was initially. Bittner taking the draw against George. George wins that one. Gets it back. His pass is picked off to McElhaney, or by McElhaney. Bittner now with it. Gives it to McElhaney. McElhaney carrying it in. Tries to leave it for Bittner. Not able to connect on that. Wilson carries it in. Throws it towards the net. Horvath gloves it down, but doesn't actually get it in his glove. Haverl carrying it in. He gets hauled down. Still controlling the puck, though. Takes it behind the net. Tries to center it. Bittner right there, but whacked away by the Tahoe defense. Tahoe defense gets it and whacks it all the way down, so we get an icing call. Horvath just throws it all the way down. Face-off just to the right of Zabo. 3:14 left in the third period. In this really close game. Shot wide of the net. Turner picks it up, carries it up the wall, tries to get around a couple of the Tahoe players. Turner now controlling it. Leaves it for McCormick. McCormick carries it in, but it was offsides. He made a move right at the blue line as he had pressure on him from the Tahoe player, and ended up putting one of his players offsides. 2:53 left in the third period as this game is starting to wind down. Turner taking the draw, going against Morgan. Turner wins that one, but gives it over to Tahoe. They bounce it off the near side boards all the way down, and that's going to go for an icing. So face off all the way down in the Tahoe zone. Won by the Tigers. Teeper with the shot. Tahoe gets it, carries it out of the zone, or throws it out of the zone, picked up by the Tigers in their own zone. Leapers with it. Tries to chip it up to Teeper, bounces off of his leg, goes down, no icing. Eddie throws it up, and we get an icing call. That wasn't by Eddie, though. Eddie threw it over to number 11, Papetti, and Papetti throws it all the way down. So we get an icing call and a face-off down low in the Tahoe zone. McNish taking the draw. He's going against George, I believe. Shot wide of the net. Picked up by Tahoe. Cedar not able to control it on the blue line. So it goes all the way down. McCormick picks it up. Gets it up to Agnew. Agnew backhands it in, picked up by McNish. McNish carries it around behind the net. Up the boards to McCormick. He walks the line. Shot redirected wide. Great block by George. Centering pass by Bittner. got an offsides call as number 18 Owens not able to bring it in cleanly and ended up bringing it in offsides. 1:27 left in the third period. Tigers doing a pretty good job at hemming the Tahoe team in their own zone. Bittner taking the draw against Morgan. And no clear winner there, but Bittner throws it up past 84 to Geit. Chipped up the boards and out. Morgan back to pick it up. Picked up by 18. Backhanded to the Tigers. Bittner with it. Less than a minute left in the third period. Number 20 Marco hit by two Tigers players. Alberto tries to carry it in, ends up getting bumped. Agnew blasts one of the Tahoe players. It's not going on, and we got the ref's arm up, and we got a penalty now. As trying to separate a couple of the players. Don't have good visibility on exactly what happened, as it's right in that corner. It would be nice if these players, if they were going to fight, if they had the common courtesy to fight on the other side of the rink where we could actually get the video of. Looks like players from each team are going to the box. McElhaney for the Tigers, I believe, and number 18 Owens for Tahoe. Probably offsetting. Nothing on the board, but we'll see here shortly. Looks like Tahoe has 2 minutes on the board. I think they got an extra penalty. It's only 35.5 seconds left in the game. Face-off just to the right of Zabo, with Tahoe now being down a man for the remainder of this game. Turner controlling that. Chip down deep. McNish picks it up down below the goal line. Up to Teller. Picked up by Tahoe. Chipped out. McNish to McCormick. McCormick down deep. Brought in. Number 59, George. And that signals the end of the third period and the end of the game. Final score, 2-1. Much closer game than yesterday. Good job by Tahoe. That'll do it for this broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and mute, but we'll leave the handshake line live. We'll shut it off right after that. We'll be back shortly for the start of the 18U game. Same channel on YouTube, same place. So if you want to watch the 18 game, which is going to be fast, feel free to join us then. Meantime, signing off.